Hi, I'm making a chicken casserole. This is what it looks like. So we've got here 2 chicken breasts, organic, cut up fairly small so they are mouthfuls. Using half of a sweet potato, and we'll be using half of a large zucchini and whatever other vegetables we have. I've already put the onions in. I'm caramelizing the onion in extra virgin olive oil. Now we are adding in the mushrooms. We're adding in about 200 grams of either sliced brown mushroom or white mushroom. I'm quite generous with mushrooms because I love mushrooms. We are doing at least 2 to 4 serves. As I said, there's lots of vegetables, so it does feed quite a lot of people. It's on low heat. And the last ingredient I haven't shown you is tomato paste, which we use tomato from Italy, something like so, or this one here. But otherwise there's camelina as well. So anything like mutti or from Italy is the best tomato because it tastes sweet. You don't have to add sugar to it. We're waiting for the onions to caramelize along with the mushrooms. Then we're going to add in the chicken. Then we're going to add in the vegetables. So we're going to start cutting those up. And then we're going to keep casserole going with the tomato paste on a low heat. Bring out the flavour naturally. And you can also add a little bit of pepper and paprika at this point. Okay, so this is a little bit of a cheeky method. So I've just put up the heat on the pan, added in a little bit more extra virgin olive oil to one side of the pan and put the mushroom and onion to the other side so I can put the chicken on. So I'm just going to do this with one hand, see how we go. Alrighty. Hear that sizzling? That is good. So usually you can cook the chicken separately, but we are all about a one pot cooking method. So keeping it on high, exposing the chicken surface to the heat and oil. So just let it rest there a bit, get some heat, and then start flipping it over. Okay, so the chicken hasn't turned out completely crispy on the outside, don't tell anyone, but that's okay because you won't taste it in the end dish. So the reason being is probably because I was defrosting the chicken, so the water's come out. Also, it could have come from the mushroom and onion. That's okay, so it is a little bit watery, a little bit more white on the outside, but it is still cooking nicely. And once we start adding in all the flavors, it just all fuses together and you don't even notice the lack of brownness to the outside. It's all okay. So we are now ready to add in the next part, which is vegetables. We're going to add in the hardest vegetable, which is the sweet potato. As you can see, it is fairly small size chunks. Put them in. We want them first so that they can cook through. So we've been cooking with the sweet potato now for about 10 minutes on low heat, stirring it every now and then. And we are going to now add in any other vegetables. If you've got hard vegetables like broccoli or peas, not snow peas, but those long green beans, then they would go in with soon after the sweet potato for a little bit more of a cook. But otherwise you can really just add them in with the zucchini. Stirring it all in. You could add a little bit more salt and paprika here as we've added in more ingredients. So I've also added 1 tin of mutti, finely chopped tomatoes, and I'm thinking I'm going to add in 1 more just to make it extra saucy. Put the lid on and keep it cooking at low heat for another 20 minutes. From here, add dried herbs or fresh parsley and or basil. You could also add some pasta to the dish if you're cooking for your other half or kids who like to have a little bit more substance. Otherwise, you could have it on its own with a simple salad or some bread.